Hello and welcome to my room. So for today's video I just thought I'd bring you along whilst I decorate this wall right behind me. It's been empty for like 3 years basically, and I've just finally bought posters to just like edit it to like make the place look less bare basically. And before someone points out something, yes, I know I've got 2 random outlets on my wall. I'll also get into the story of that as well later on. So yeah. So this box here is all of the frames. I think I brought the frames from eBay. They just worked out cheaper basically. They just worked out cheaper. There should be 3 in here. There's a big one, medium one and a small one. So we've got 3 posters to frame. One of them is going to be reframed and the other 2 I'm going to be framing and hanging up on the wall. Let's open. So here's one of the frames. This is the small one, medium one, and the big one. All of them came with all of these white cutouts, so you can put the poster in between and it just makes the frame look nice. I've brought these posters before, so I'll show you what they should look like. Here's what they would turn out to look like. So that's what the white things are for. So I think I'm going to start off with the medium one because this is going to be the main poster on the wall behind me. So yeah, let's get started. Well, let's take it out from the wrapping first. I got myself one of these flat knives to undo all of these pins, because last time I framed something, I done it with my fingers. My whole nail bed started to bleed after a while because putting on, taking off, putting on, taking off. Yeah, my fingernails were bleeding basically. You live and you learn. This one's stuck. Okay. Oh, I'm missing one. Goes. We've got the clear acrylic, but I'll peel that off later. So this is the poster I want to frame up and put on the wall. It is a Conan Gray poster. It's a bit scuffed because it's been like a year and a bit since I had it, and the circumstances of which it had to come in. I think it held up pretty well. I hope it fits. I measured it before buying, but I really don't know, you know. Oh, it's a tiny bit too big for it. So we'll do it the other way around. I think I might tape it from that outside. Right. It's a very dodgy fit. It's like, it's just too big to fit on the inside. So, I think I might tape it onto the outside. Be right back. Sellotape acquired. Hopefully this works and I don't just mess it up now, but it's what it is. Because it won't even stay unfolded around here. Cool. Just a little bit. So this Conan Gray poster is from Tour. This was the World Tour concert that he had like last year, the year before. The story of me going to the Conan Gray concert is that at the time, no one that I knew listened to him, not even my sisters listened to him as much. I'm like, you know what? I really like this guy, so I'm gonna go. So I went to the concert by myself, and my God, is this guy so sick live. Like, he sings exactly like how it sounds in the studio. Like, there's no difference between him in the studio and him live. He's so good. I had the VIP package basically, so we went earlier and then I had the poster in the tote bag. So believe it or not, I lasted the whole concert with a poster in my bag, with the crowd just like squished together basically. So considering all that, it's lasted pretty well, and it stayed in the rubber band for like a whole year. So yeah, so with me ending up going to the concert, I was actually quite lucky because when the original tour was supposed to happen, I don't know of him. Like, I didn't listen to the guy's music. So when the tour got cancelled, it was after that I figured out who Conan Gray was, and then I started enjoying his music and diving into his discography. Like, so I would have missed the concert basically, and it was such a sick concert. I'm gonna try and put the poster into the frame, and this is the hardest bit for me. It's like the most fiddliest bit because the acrylic always wants to slide out, and you just have to kind of center it and then peel it off and make sure no dust comes in. It's stress basically. So when I went to the concert, I was in the mind frame of just living in the moment, and I wasn't initially gonna plan on recording anything. Life just happened and I decided to pick up my phone and record. But again, because I wasn't on the mindset of recording, I was just holding the phone and just standing there with my phone up basically whilst just singing. And then I'm like, okay, let's switch this back. All you hear is just me shouting, sounding like a dead goat basically. But it was a very nice memory. And he's such a lovely guy as well though. Because we had the Q&A session beforehand. Such a sweet guy. I think we've done it. Let's put the back board on. Let's try and put this on. I'm gonna just fold it in a little bit just so I can have a look at how it looks. How's that? Too much glare. How's that? That's not bad. That's actually okay. Okay, I realize this bit is a bit more closer to that bit, but it's not bad. I like it. I like it a lot. And it's a very aesthetic poster as well. I don't know how I actually want to film this. Do I frame then hang, or frame everything then hang? I think it makes sense me framing everything and then hanging basically. Well, I'm gonna frame everything that's gonna go onto the wall, and then we'll hang that. The one that needs to get reframed, I'll do that after I hang these on the wall basically. So this concert was a mixture of Kid Crow and some of the singles on Super 8. It was before, actually no, the London one, tour started before Super 8 got announced, but the London one was like the last one, so everyone knew of Super 8. And by then he had like some singles out like Memories, Yours. So he was switching up his, what's it called? He was switching up his set list as I was going along, adding the new ones. So yeah, we got the forefront of it, and it was a very nice album. After the concert, it was like a month or so later, then Super 8 came out. It was a very different album. Compared to Sunset Seasons and Kid Crow, I feel like it sounded different, and at first I was a bit iffy because when Memories came out, I'm like, oh, I don't know about this. But then it grew on me because it's kind of like the evolution of him. Like, I felt like Kid Crow was deep, don't get me wrong, it was very sad. There was a bit of an introduction, it wasn't as personal. This one seemed very, very personal and very specific. And I respect that. You're pretty much just bare in front of everyone telling how you feel, and it's a bit peaks, guys. Here's the finished poster. I'll set this one to the side and I'll move on to the other one. The next frame is this small one. I'll go and get the poster for it now as well. The poster is in here. It's like a little cutout, but I'll show it to you later on. It's just a little surprise. Here's where the tedious bit comes again. Unwrapping this and then trying to line it up. I'm gonna try and speed run this one. Can't forget about the blunt knife, otherwise my fingers are gonna be in pain. As if they're not in pain already from all of the climbing that I do. I swear to you, my fingers are all like peeled off and calloused up now. And I don't even climb that often. I climb like once a week, and I think it's my 4th, 5th week now. It's been fun though. Very challenging, but fun. I've been enjoying it. Some weeks I go by myself, some weeks I go with a friend, but very nice community as well. They're all, what's that? My laptop's almost full of memory. Okie dokie. And here's the surprise. You know how just a moment ago I was talking about Super 8? It's from that. This is a little square cutout of a Super 8 poster with Conan Gray's signature on it. Nice, isn't it? So I feel like it's safe to say this wall here is gonna be like a little Conan Gray poster vibe type of thing. It's only gonna be 2 because I only have 2 Conan Gray posters. Yeah, this I kept in the cardboard box because I didn't want it to get bent or folded like the other one. Hopefully this fits. Yeah, as I was saying, this was quite easy to get. It wasn't like you had to be somewhere specific to get it. My laptop's space died, so I had to delete some stuff, so we continue. Yeah, I'm gonna try and tape this over the white cardboard again because it's just too big. Yeah, getting this thing was quite easy. You didn't have to be at a concert or anything, or even pre-order the album. You just had to buy the edition that it was. Basically, it was like a signed edition. The best way I managed to realize I brought it was the newsletter service. I just got an email saying, oh, there's this limited edition version with signed posters. So yeah, just bought it. It was only like £10 more than buying a normal vinyl, so I thought it was okay. It's not the end of the world, paying £10 more. So yeah, I think I've said this before, but the album, real nice. And we're done. Looking good. Now's the fiddly bit. Don't know if I've done it the wrong way around or the right way around. I peeled off one and there's another one. I'll do that from now. I'm confusion. There's another one. Okie dokie. So I started off that one. So does that mean there's another one on the other big one that I've done? Probably on the outside, but it's not really. What? How? Oh well, it doesn't matter. As long as that one side's got it, the other side should be fine. Life update. So, what's been going on in my life recently? I've got my first qualifications for my PT course basically, so I am level 2 gym instructor. It pretty much doesn't mean anything. I can't train people, I can't actually start working, so I've got to get another qualification done, which is another couple of weeks of studying, doing a practical and a theory exam. I'm gonna try and whiz through that one because now I understand the system. It's not gonna take me as long, hopefully. I had like a few days of revision because you can't actually revise for it because it's not actually standardized. It's you roll out, then the examiner's like, I want you to do this to your client, I want you to do that with your client, I want you to explain this. So there wasn't actually much preparation you can do. It was just a matter of knowing your stuff, which was pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, where's the lip that I started off? I generally messed it up. The lip's inside of the frame, so I'm gonna unframe it, peel it, reframe it. This is why I didn't do the whole pins with the other one, man, just in case. That's what I'm done. I'm gonna try and do this without taking it completely out. I lied, the whole thing just came out. Hopefully it's fine. It's so pretty. It's nice. Look at that. Wow. So I framed the 2 main posters that I'm gonna put on that wall. So change of angles. The thing about framing this big one first, and I generally do think there's another acrylic peel thingy here, but job's been done by now. I can't be bothered to switch it over. Where should I put this? Because my seat is there. Lose my balance. I think I like it. Yeah, I think I like putting this half. I'm gonna try and work my way around the plugs. So I'm gonna be using this to stick it with. This is the command band. I don't know how many there is. I think there's like 4. I don't know if I've opened this before. It says there's 4, but I'm counting 3. So maybe. But we just figure it out. I'll put more to the big one, less into the small one. So yeah, around here, this general area I like it. I'll probably put the small one on top. Not gonna lie, I need to look at the instructions how to do this. Rub for 30 seconds. Wait now. Oh, go away now. Okay, so my laptop space is pretty much full. I was just streaming it directly onto my laptop, so I use my laptop as a viewfinder. Now I'm using the back of my camera, and I don't know if you can see or how far I'm into the frame, so I'm just hoping for the best. What it says to do is split these two, clip them up until they click, just line them up. ASMR. We're going to try and find a nice bit of the poster to put on. So I thought each strip was going to count as one, but so you have to fold them up basically. So if I use this one, the big poster would have two, and the small poster would have one. How's that going to work out? It's not. I'm going to use all three of them onto the big one, and then I'll figure something out for the small one later on. So that's probably not going to get framed now. Probably get framed later on, because the big one's quite heavy, so I want it to be sturdy. I don't want it to just randomly fall to the floor. Let me have a look if I have more of that. I do not. So yeah, small is going to have to be wait for another time, but as long as I get the big one, I'm happy. So basically the story with the two plugs in my room in the middle of the wall is that when we were designing the room, I can't talk and concentrate at the same time. Why is this taking too much concentration? When the architect was designing the room, they came to the assumption that I was going to lay my bed this way, facing to this wall. So this was going to be the plug for the TV and the aerial port. So I was going to have a small TV here, but I didn't want to design my room that way. So I just saw from the room till my bed is this way with a TV there. So yeah, the whole building got done, and then I saw the plans basically. I'm like, why is there a random plug? And then they explained it to me. So yeah, I've got these two things on the wall. But weirdly enough, even though I've got plugs down here, I use this plug more often. It just makes it easier because it's like body height, you just would tuck, and then it's there. So I use this quite often. I don't touch that because I can't. So yeah, the more you know. I don't know how to put it. 3 like this, or do I put one lower, one higher? I think I might do that. I'm gonna put the sides, one higher, one low, and then the middle bit in the middle basically, if that makes sense. Okay, so I've set them so they're like this. So it's like at least the weight gets a bit distributed on the sides. I actually forgot what the next step was. 1 second. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. Okay, we said right around here. Just straight. Look straight. Okay, let's hope this doesn't fall on my head now. Yep, boy. This kind of hurts. Cool. It says wait an hour, so I'm not gonna wait an hour. I'm probably just gonna go and reframe the other frame. We've got one more frame to do, and by the time that's done, hopefully I should be able to stick that without it falling down and breaking. And yeah, so I'm sorry, I might switch to front facing because I really can't see what I'm doing, and I don't know how it's looking. Oh, was I off frame? I don't know. Anyway, I'll show you what we need to reframe. We need to reframe this poster here. You've seen this in the previous video, you've probably seen in the background. Why we need to reframe, you may ask? It's really loose, like look at this. So occasionally the acrylic comes off, it gets a bit loose. Because I keep this on the floor, so it's not really hung up on the wall. So I don't know, it's just probably expanded. Change of angles. We need to deframe this. Look, it's happening now, look, can you see that? It keeps coming out. So I'm gonna deframe this, reframe it onto the new one. And yeah, hopefully I don't mess this up because this is the biggest one that I've got. There's like a huge poster, and finding the size is a bit iffy because it's American size. So I don't think they have it in the UK, so I have to upsize it instead of getting it how it should be basically. It was this poster that my fingers basically bled because I had to unpin it, pin it, unpin it, pin it because I kept getting it wrong because we had to kind of blue tack it on. So yeah. This frame I brought from IKEA, and it lasted like a year before it started to expand out and break basically. The other ones, because at first I thought, oh, it's because I keep it on the floor, but I have 2 posters on the floor. One of them you saw is the haiku one, and then I've got another My Hero Academia one that's on the floor. Those posters I brought from eBay, and it's caused me no problem at all, like none whatsoever. Like they haven't expanded, they haven't lost their shape. Buy this one from IKEA, and it's died on me basically. So that's why I thought, whilst buying frames for the Conan Gray posters, I would buy this as well. Why am I out of breath? Oh yeah, I got some news as well. I passed my theory exam. Wow, I know. So, story behind that. I book it, I was supposed to revise for it a week in advance. I get ill. There's 1 day left. I need to revise. I spend one night revising. I spend the morning of the exam revising. And I passed. I know. I am 22 and I just passed my theory exam. Well, I got started there for you as well. So during my first year of uni, I think like 2019 probably, I was in the process of getting everything done basically. I was taking driving learning lessons. I was pretty decent at it. My instructor's like, do your oh look, the blue tag. My driving instructor's like, do your theory and like book you for an exam. Cool. COVID hits. As it did. And then I just never got back into it basically, and I thought it's been quite some time. I want to get things motion rolling basically. So I just thought, you know what, I'll put it off for too much basically. I'll put it off for too long. I've been using excuses for way too long. My main excuse is I'm studying. I can't be bothered to do it. So yeah. And now the difficult part is actually finding a driving instructor, because everyone upped their prices. It was, I think, like £20 an hour when I was doing it. They're all pretty much like £40 an hour. So if you want 2-hour lessons, that's like 80 quid. Yeah, look, it's literally not going anywhere because I blue tacked it on. But I think I might keep the blue tack on like this for now, and then continue with the new poster, with the new frame. Got unboxed that. Damn, this is huge. But yeah, let's get straight into it. I think this is taking almost an hour to do. I'm not even gonna lie. Just framing 3 things basically. I'm not gonna lie, you know the white banister thing, I don't know if it fits this one as well. It might even be too big for the poster, I don't even know. I don't know, do I just keep it into the white blue tacked one that's already on and I just put it into the frame, or do I use the new cutout? Because the IKEA frame wasn't actually one big frame. It was one of those frames where you put so many small pictures on, so the white background has got like holes and cutouts in it. So yeah, I don't know what to do. At least now we know there's 2 sides of this acrylic that needs to be peeled off. One for the inside, one for the outside. So hopefully I can get this one right first time. But you can't even tell from the big Conan Gray poster that it's got the acrylic, not acrylic, it's got the film on the outside, alright? It's fine. With this video project thing that I've been doing, I kind of want to be a bit more frequent with it. I know there's been like a mini somewhat schedule of once every 2 weeks, but I'm thinking about trying to do it weekly. I just have no idea what to do or if I'm forcing it, because the whole point of this thing for me was just to film whenever, whatever I wanted, with like no pressure. So it's like a nice memory bank that I could go and look back onto, because again, I'm 22 and it's weird. I've never been someone that was very nostalgic and looked back. But it's like I feel like my memory's gone so bad. Like I mixed up a lot of stuff recently, and it would just be nice to look back on what I was doing at this time, at this moment of my life. And I want to get a bit more nostalgic. I want to make a bit more memories, because okay, at the time you don't want to, like, I know I don't like taking pictures or being part of pictures. It's like at the time you're like that, and then you're like, oh yeah, we've done this, that. But then sometimes, you know, in Snapchat when you just take a random slip of someone, or like 6 years ago, you're like, damn, like wow, I remember this day. Okay. So do I leave it in this? I don't know, because like I said, it's too big. Unless I put this behind it as well, so you can somewhat even it out. What does that look like? It's upside down. I don't know. My room has gone so narrow because, you know, I pushed everything from here. It's just everything's like. poster is like one of those print posters, so it's like thick paper that kind of feels like a canvas. It don't feel like normal. It don't feel like normal paper basically. It's just one of those thicker, better quality papers. It's a bit matte. This is an Attack. I don't know if you can tell from there. It's an Attack on Titan poster, fan art type of thingy. I fell in love with this when I first saw it. I think I bought it from ArtStation by an artist named. 1 minute. I wrote it down somewhere. I bought it from the ArtStation by NVP. So like NVP. I looked at the guy's art as well. He's got so many more things in similar art, but this is the one that I just fell in love with because, spoiler alert, maybe, I don't know, it's older Eren with Zeke looking at younger Eren with Armin, and it just is nice because it's from the plot of the whole story. It fits and it's just nice basically. It's just a very nice poster. It's like your future self seeing your young self being so innocent because, you know, Eren kind of, he's on smoke recently. I'm thinking if anything I might need the background of the old one so you could fill out the whiteness. I don't know. So it's kind of like wedged in between. So it's that way. Even if there is little gaps, this kind of like covers it. I think I might do that. I'm not even gonna lie, there's so much things going on right now. Okay, let's go this outside bit. Wow. Nice. I really don't know. It's like but it's like a tad bit. I really don't know if it fits or if it's too small, if it's too big, if I need to do this from the outside and sanity it on. I think it's like a tiny bit too big, so I might have to sanity this on. I don't get it from the inside, it's a little bit too big, but as soon as you flip it to the outside, that's it. It's gone too big for what it needs to be. I'm very confusion. Like, is it too big? Isn't it too big? Is it too small? My brain can't wrap around it. I think it's too small for the outside, but it's too big for the inside. I don't know. I really don't know. It should be simple. I'm struggling. Okay, look. I'm gonna re-stick it to this thing, and then put this thing on top of that thing, and then hope for the best. I don't even know if it's straight. I'm gonna put like a little bit of tape. Oh, but do I want to put tape on this one? Sure, yeah. Just a little bit. Just on the tip. I'll do it on two sides. Okay. So, I thought it might have worked. I guess I thought wrong. Why is this such a pain in the ass, man? Okay, 1, 2, 3. This was supposed to be an easy one, man. Okay, we do like a little bit, one on the side, one on the bottom. How it would look. Oh. It's not bad. Really isn't that bad. I feel like the bottom bit is too much and the top bit's a little bit too little. We'll just do like a little bit of micro adjustment. Just a tad bit. Sorry. I'm done. I'm not gonna touch it no more. It's one of those ones I feel like the more you try and fix it, the worse you're gonna make it. Oh my god, I can't reach. Wait, why am I reaching? I could just flip it. Not gonna lie, I really don't know if this video is gonna be somewhat entertaining. It's just me struggling to put a few frames on basically. Oh, not speaking of, but like keeping to the theme of Attack on Titan. I'm hearing rumors that the ending might be different from the manga, or like it just might be like an anime original. There's like so many sources saying one thing, but there's not actually like a proper statement from Mappa or anything, which I don't understand why people would want an anime original ending. It could make sense if they do it right, like if it's for the purpose of trying to please people because they didn't like the manga ending, then I'm against it. But if it's kind of like a continuation to the story, like a different alternative because there's theories on regarding, I don't want to spoil it, but regarding certain things with the timeline, and then I would be behind it. I could understand that. But if it's for the sake of people moaning about the manga ending, then no. I really enjoyed the manga ending. It was very realistic and it fit the characters. And it fit the characters well. So yeah, here it is. It looks okay. Cool. What do you think? It looks okay, innit? It pretty much stays like this on the floor, but right behind the door. So it's like when you open the door, you kind of cover the poster, but as soon as you shut it, it's there. So yeah, it stayed like this, and I don't know why the IKEA one lost shape. Maybe because of the weight of the frame, but I don't know. But yeah, this looks very nice. I am out of breath. So it's been quite some time since putting these things on, since I was struggling with the Attack on Titan poster. So yeah, I'm gonna try and put the big Conan Gray poster up and we see how it looks. And we are up. How does that look? Is that somewhat bent? A little bit, isn't it? It's a bit. I'm gonna. Okie dokie, how does that look? Better, right? Yeah, looks good. I want to put this, once I get the sticker things, here maybe, stuck on top of it. I actually don't know. Because I can't put it by the blinds because it's going to be behind the blind. I could maybe try and cover this area bit up like that. So it'll be, yeah, that's nice. This for another time. I'll quickly put all the seats and everything back and we'll have a look how it looks. This is heavy, this is heavy, this is heavy. And that's everything how it is. It don't look too bad. It's a bit crowded, but it's like a nice crowded. We said we were gonna do this like so. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Or should I put it down here like that? But up here is always a possibility. I do not know. Let me show you what the Attack on Titan poster looks like. Here you go, this is the poster. It's just behind the wall. Behind the wall? Behind the door. Looks good, innit? Anyways, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, even though it was just me putting up frames and framing posters and stuff. I only ended up putting up one. I thought I had more of those sticky stuff to put up, so at least I could have put up the other small one as well. But that's for another time. You'll probably see it in the background once I actually get it done. Yeah, hopefully it was somewhat entertaining. I don't know if this was a boring video or not, but I would highly appreciate if someone could comment whereabouts I could put that small poster, if I should put it onto the side, the top, or wherever. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye.